Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Apple just wrapped up WWDC 26, and after watching this entire keynote, I think people are focused on the wrong thing. This isn't really about iOS 27. It's not about new icons, new animations, and sadly, definitely not about redesigned settings menu. Today's event was about one thing, and that was Siri. Because for the first time in years, Apple is actually treating Siri like an AI product. And honestly, they had to. For the last couple of years, we've watched ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, and other AI assistants completely change how people interact with technology, while Siri was, dare I say, stuck in the past. So in this video, we're gonna break down everything Apple announced, what matters, what doesn't, and whether Apple finally has an answer to AI's revolution. Siri was introduced back in 2011, and for most, this felt like the future. Over the years, Siri kind of became known for what it couldn't do rather than what it could do. And then AI assistants arrived and people were having conversations, planning trips, writing email, you name it. Siri looked completely outdated. Half the time when I did ask Siri a question, it wouldn't give me exactly what I was looking for. And while Apple knew they couldn't ignore that forever, so that's why today's announcement matters. Biggest announcement with Siri is now getting its own standalone app. Now, this may sound like a small change, but this is actually huge. For years, Siri was just a feature. You'd press the side of your button, say, "Hey Siri," and she'd kind of pop up on your screen. But now Apple is positioning Siri as a platform. This new app allows ongoing conversations, remembers context, creates an experience that feels much closer to a modern AI assistant. This tells us Apple no longer sees Siri as a shortcut, and they see Siri as a central part of the iPhone experience. So what can the new Siri do? Apple showed off several new capabilities. Siri can understand what's on your screen while allowing privacy. It can pull information from different apps. It can maintain context across conversations, and it can perform more complex actions than before. In theory, this just means less tapping through menus, more simply asking your phone to do something for you. Obviously, the big question is, will these actually work as great as they do in the keynote? On Siri, Apple is pushing AI deeper into the entire operating system. Photos get smarter editing tools. Safari gets an additional AI-powered features. We all know Safari gets a little crazy with all of our tabs open, but now we can organize them in different topics, which I think is pretty cool. Messages and other apps are also receiving new intelligence features, and the overall theme is pretty clear. Apple wants AI built into everything. And there were some smaller improvements with performance enhancement, updates to the phone app, updates with the liquid glass interface, where you can have more liquid glass or more tinted. In reality, we kind of already had that. They did announce better family tools to ensure your kids' safety when using Apple products. So of course that's nice. But if we're honest, the AI announcements will literally carry the entire release. What phones will be able to download iOS 27? And the good news is it goes all the way back to iPhone 11. A lot of people will actually be able to install iOS 27. Not every device will get every AI feature. So if you're holding on to an older iPhone, you may get iOS 27 without getting the full iOS 27 experience, as there are improvements with Apple Intelligence. Unfortunately, Apple Intelligence does not support many of the older iPhones. Apple finally understands that AI is no longer optional. Today felt like Apple's attempt to really catch up, and I'm really excited to see this all in effect on my iPhone. There is beta versions available for developers, which you can go to the beta website, download that. But with that, since it is beta, you'll get lags. It's not the perfected thing, so there will be lots of errors in the beta. So beware if you are wanting to check that out now, but it is expected to be released to every user in the fall, so I'm super excited to try that out. For the first time in a long time, I feel like Siri and I will probably be best friends, so I'm really excited about that. I just have to see if this actually works when it does come out. What do you think? Did Apple finally fix Siri, or are you still skeptical? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!